Right? So in Africa, it's very clear. The woman plays the role of a woman. Okay? God installed love, emotions, and compassion in a woman because as a motherly figure, those things have to be instilled. Now it's paradise. Because you're not just dealing with beauty. You're also dealing with a different mentality. Like, women treat you like
the king you are.
Like a king. They're not competing with you. They're not fighting for equality. Because they understand that men and women could never be equal. They understand their roles.
Wow.
You know?
To that you say?
Not a goddamn thing.
Now, what he's saying is they understand their roles. What he's talking about is African and African American women. He's saying African women understand their role more than African American women because they grew up in a more traditional setting and more traditional roles. They haven't been stripped of their culture like African Americans have. So him coming from Africa, he's seen both sides of both worlds, being from Africa and lived here in America. And this is just his opinion. And this is some of the stuff that I was saying in a previous recording, but I pretty much got, judged for it. But here you have an African man and American man saying the same thing. It just is what it is. Let's listen more.
You sucker! Yo, I'm gonna go put some money in that jar. Go ahead.
I have some money going to the side for my Africa fund when I could get my shit over there.
I'm gonna go bless
when
the
I
jar
get over
early.
there,
I'm gonna call you a bunch today.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna put him over there
early.
early, yo. This guy.
No, I mean that's a matter. It's a matter of understanding.
How are those roles
the
defined there?
The roles are very defined. It's very clean. Like here, even if you say the word role to a woman here, they get offended.
That's
true. Just use the role. Yo, play your role. Let me play mine. Role? What the fuck you mean? Play my role?
And that's true. And the reason I think that is because a lot of times when you're dealing with Western women, not even just black women, just Western women, when you say role, they will challenge you like that. And the reason why is because I think a lot of women are in competition with their man. That's why they say, what you mean role? It's almost like they don't want to think about trying to be a woman. Okay, they're too busy being or playing the role of man, So it's like, what you mean being man? Just like Akon said, what you mean being man? Yeah, you will hear women saying this, mainly because they're in competition with their men. And that's why they look at it like, because they look at it like, if you say play your role, that means you be soft. You don't be my competition. You be soft. You be gentle. You be a woman. And for whatever reason, women think that women roles are a weak position. So they don't like being told to play a woman's role. They would rather be in competition with you. But let's go in.
Like, everybody has a role. There's infrastructure to life. And if a woman doesn't understand her position and the role that she play in life, everybody's confused. How can a man and a woman play the same exact role? Where's the balance?
Right.
Right? So in Africa, it's very clear. The woman plays the role of a woman. Okay? God installed love, emotions, and compassion in a woman because as a motherly figure, those things have to be instilled.
Nurturing.
Right. This is why women catch so much feeling so quick. This is why they can endure so much pain and still be there. That loyalty, all that comes with them naturally. They think that we treat them like shit. No,
I'm looking at the camera. I was about to say, everybody, this is Mr. Akon.
And say it, and Antoine agrees.
No, but guys, at the end of the day,
I agree.
At the end of the day, it's true.
So I'm gonna give you a little
Right.
pushback.
Now the man's
I'm gonna
role,
give him some too.
I'm gonna give you a pushback.
All right, so as a woman, Her role is to support the man.
I agree.
The man, we are the kings and the divine of this universe. A woman can never compare to the man.
All right, now here's where I'm gonna give Akon some pushback. Okay, men are divine, okay, but women are too. But you are only divine when you are in your full energy. In other words, men are divine when they're in their full masculine energy, and women are divine when they're in their full feminine energy. Okay, because they have superpowers in those energies. All right. But when one party tries to play the role, like say for instance, a man tries to be a woman, he can act all day, but he ain't gonna never be a better woman than a woman. It just is what it is. Same thing with the women. A woman can try to be a man, but she ain't gonna never be a better man than a man. You know, and a lot of times what he's saying is in the West, a lot of women are trying to be men. They're not in their full feminine energy. I look at it like this. A man is divine, but he's no more divine than a woman. Okay. He is more divine than a woman if he's in his full energy and she's not. But in order for her to be as equally divine with him, she has to be in her full feminine energy. No one is better than the other. They're equal but different. Okay, that's where I kind of give Akon some pushback. We're equal, but we're different. Anyway, let's go in.
They have to understand that here in America, the women don't create life; they support the creation of life.
Yeah, somebody just broke that down to me.
The man is who create life.
Every time I say it, they laugh at me.
Man, we're gods. We the ones that create life.
No, to women, I'm saying this conversation.
Right.
I just said it to you the other day. Y'all
and let me give you an example of the science.
A lot of
of
women
it.
would disagree with that.
A man right now can create life without a woman, but a woman can't create life without a man. If I wanted to create life right now without a woman, I would just shoot my sperm, put it in the incubator, and just give it 9 months, even maybe less with today's science, and a baby will be born.
All right, so let me help Akon out here when it comes to the science of it. He is right in a way, but I don't think he really explained it well. So let me help him out. It is true that man can create life more so than a woman can. And here's how. Man have two chromosomes. We have the X and we have the Y. Okay. Women, they only have the X chromosome. So they can they don't have diversity in their chromosomes. Only men do. Say for instance, all of the men were eliminated. Okay, this is planet woman right now. This is Earth. Earth is planet woman. It's only women. It's a big Amazon. Okay, they cannot repopulate the population, even with the best scientists. Why? Because they don't have any Y chromosomes. They all have X chromosomes, and all you can do is create life probably out of a petri dish. Okay, and all you could probably do is just create the lives out of a petri dish, and they're all going to be girls. However, reverse it. All the women are gone on the planet, and it's only men. Okay, men have X and Y chromosomes. So what they can do, and this is a kind of a silly kind of example, but work with me. Say for instance, they wanted to create a boy. You take Akon's Y chromosome and you take Joe Button X chromosome. You can create a boy with those two men. Okay, if they wanted to create a girl, they would take Akon's X and Joe's X and create a girl. If they wanted to create another boy, they could take Joe's Y and Akon's X and create a boy. they can splice together their chromosomes to create both girls and boys because they have more genetic diversity as X and Y. So they can create both. So they won't have to, after a while, they won't need a petri dish because those boys and those girls will be born from the men's X's and Y chromosomes. Women can't create no boys. They will forever be in a petri dish because they don't have the Y chromosome to create boys. So it can't ever be automatic. All life will have to be scientifically spliced together, if at all, and they will probably end up dying out. So that's what he means. He didn't really explain the whole scientific part as much as I just did, but just so you get an idea of what he's talking about, that's what it is. Let's go back in.
A woman can't do that. So men, we are the creators of life in actuality.
That's cool and all, but I think whoever designed that system designed it for the act of the togetherness.
The union.
Yeah.
Y'all missing the point.
And that's what I was speaking.
Y'all missing the point because the point is, the men have lost the idea of the power they actually possess.
Facts.
And passed it to the woman.
That's true.
Here in America, the men are afraid of their power.
So this is where I'm gonna give you a little pushback, and they'll tell you,
right?
I'm on your side. 90%.
You know, push it back.
Yeah, push it back. Don't cop, please, at the front.
What happens in America, though, to your point, is the men are dropping the ball. So how you said, women are supposed to support the men. If you ain't got nothing to support, nigga, now I got to stand on my own too and become the man. It's unfortunate in our society.
No, but you don't have to become what you already are. See, let me explain something.
No, I'm saying the women have to become the man.
But what I'm saying is, it makes it unfair for the woman to have to play the role of a man.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's a lot of their argument.
But they have.
Right. So what I'm saying is, until the man mans up.
True. Right.
The imbalance is always going to be there.
True.
Because the moment you allow the woman to take your role, she has every right to say that she's equal to you.
And that is what they are saying.
And
that's what they're saying.
Right, because the man ain't manning up.
And so now a lot of that is by design. Again, it's been that way by design.
I mean, you can claim it and blame it on design, but it ain't like you don't know better.
Yeah,
it's still been.
It don't take history to know that you got to man up and take care of your responsibility.
Yeah. Now, let me say this. It is by design. And the reason it's by design is because I look at it like this. Okay. Women have the government right now to be a pseudo husband. Okay. And to protect them above all. Okay. And imagine being a man going through an obstacle course. Okay. You'll get to the wall of what I call the government wall. Every man has to climb that government wall in order to keep their manhood. Okay. There are a lot of women who get help with government assistance. If they get that money, they can't have a man in the household. When it comes to child support, the government is there to strip the men of the money. When it comes to divorce, the woman mostly comes out ahead. When it comes to alimony, things like that. So the government is always there to strip the man of his manhood in many different situations. It's up to the men to climb that governmental wall in order to keep their manhood. Every man ain't gonna make it over that government wall. Okay, a lot of them are on the other side, emasculated. Okay, and then the women say these are the men we have to choose from, but they're not. A lot of them not choosing the guys on the other side, or they're probably even groupies of the guys on the other side, because those are the winners, right? So they sleep with those guys and they marry or whatever, or date the other guys on this side of the wall. But that's what men have to get over. They have to get over that governmental wall in order to keep their manhood. Yes, I've made it over the wall. I'm good. But a lot of men haven't. And it's not nothing to be ashamed of. But Akon and these other guys have to understand that there is a system in place to do this. It's a system in place to trap men and keep them sort of in a slave position, because they need workers in companies and everything, and they need these guys to not have such freedoms and manhood. They need these guys to be mules for the country. And that's why that whole big governmental wall is so large, and a lot of guys are not going to get over it. It's not nothing nothing really to cry about. We just have to man up and get over that wall. It just is what it is in this country. But that's why a lot of guys are detracting and going to other places, such as South America, Southeast Asia, Africa. They're going other places to find brides and find and start families, because they don't want to have to climb this large obstacle called the governmental wall just to keep their manhood, and they're not dealing with the situation that that obstacle has created. They don't want to deal with that situation. They want out of the matrix, so to speak. They want a different obstacle course to go through, because some say the juice is not worth the squeeze. But all that being said, Akon is really speaking up on African American, or just Western women, not even just African American, but Western women, and he's saying his differences. Let me know in the comments. Do y'all agree with Akon? Do y'all think that he's not on to something, or he is on to something? Put it in the comments. Let me know, and I will catch you in the next one. But first, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and then I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.